This week, we're going to change things up just a bit. We'll do a photos video next week. We're going to get off that old interstate highway and drive the two-lane blacktop roads. See, you'll soon realize what unique stories and history lies around every corner. There are so many forgotten places waiting and ready to be remembered. On the old dirt back roads between Camden and Oak Hill, Alabama, lies the old forgotten community of Rosebud, Alabama. The only thing around it, dirt roads and vast wilderness, a few homes and a couple of churches. Driving down the little roads, there is a small dirt drive, seemingly nothing important down it, but actually one of the only existing structures left from Rosebud can be found here. It's an old building, not used for much, but in the yard is something strange. A single grave surrounded by an iron fence. This place has got to have an interesting story. What is the story of Rosebud? What was this building used for? And who in the world is buried right there in the yard? Appalachia, the mountains are like no other. From its rigid terrain, beautiful wildlife, to the people that live their lives here, to the strange, unexplained stories that folks share. Join me while I share this amazing place, one story at a time. The building is the Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church and Schoolhouse, built in 1916. Buried in the yard is longtime resident Rosa Young. She was a very prominent person who is responsible for the forming of the Lutheran schools and churches in the Black Belt region of Alabama. The little community of Rosebud was a small rural part of Wilcox County. Rosebud was an important place where the black Lutheranism in the state began. Rosebud, Alabama is rich with diverse heritage and history, as well as historic homes and churches. The most notable person from Rosebud is Rosa Young. She was the single most influential person who started the black Lutheranism in Alabama. She is considered the mother of black Lutheranism. She was a believer in education for the rural children. She was the person who helped develop Lutheran schools and churches in the Black Belt of Alabama. She was born May the 14th, 1890, to Father Grant Young, a black Episcopal minister. Her mother was Nancy Young. As a girl, Rosa loved to learn and to teach others, and was very good at it too. She completed her 6 years of basic school, then was sent to Payne University in Selma to complete her education. Payne was a black Methodist Episcopal school. Rosa would win many scholastic awards, even becoming editor of the school newspaper. In 1909, she graduated top of her class, the valedictorian. Short time after, she got her teaching certificate and passed the state exams. She became a traveling teacher, going between multiple schools to keep funding going. There was a shortage of black teachers, so she would teach in multiple schools to keep them going. Rosa really wanted a school where school and religion was together, like modern day Christian schools. In 1912, she would drain her savings from her entire life to build a private school named Rosebud Literary and Industrial School. Blacks and whites alike supported the school. On October 1912, it would open to 115 students the first year, to 215 students the second year. But in 1914, the school and community was on hard times. The Mexican boll weevil wreaked havoc on Wilcox County cotton. This put folks out of jobs and money. Many had to drop out due to the tuition cost. This led to no money for teachers, supplies, or bills. The crops given as tuition didn't pay the bills. By 1915, the school was in danger of closing its doors. So Rosa, in a light-stitched effort, sent Booker T. Washington a letter for help. But she had no choice. Her attempts to get money from donors didn't pan out. Booker T. Washington's secretary replied, but it was not what Rosa needed to hear. There was no funding. Booker T. Washington told Rosa to contact the Lutheran Church Missionary Synod headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri. This particular branch had a history of founding black Lutheran missions in the South. So she wrote the heads of the church, October 1915. They requested more information about the situation and sought to possibly establish a mission in Rosebud. She assured the heads of the church of the support and cooperation. January 1916, the mission board then sent veteran missionary pastor Reverend Niles Brack to see over the situation. He would give great reports to the board and was signed as a superintendent of the school and overseer of its development. Rosa gave all authority of the school over to the Lutherans and stayed as a teacher and advisor. The church gave money, materials, and other help to maintain the school. The Lutheran curriculum was added, and Bake had meetings with the parents and children alike. Palm Sunday, 1916, 58 people were baptized and 70 people confirmed that their conversion to Lutheranism. Most were either Methodist or Baptist at the time. Rosa herself even converted to Lutheran. The Folks were the first of many black Lutheran congregation and school in Wilcox County, and the Black Belt becoming known as Christ Lutheran. Bake stayed on at the school until 1920, when his health declined and he had to leave. Rosa served as a teacher, missionary, lecturer, and fundraiser of the conference. She went all over sharing the news of the black missions in Alabama. She became a member of the Alabama Lutheran Academy and College from 1946 until 1961. The school was called Concordia College. It was founded in 1922. And of course, Rosa had her hand in its foundation. It was used to train black and Lutheran pastors and teachers. In 1930, Rosa published her autobiography. The Synodal Conference churches in the state resolved and integrated into the formerly all-white Southern District during the 1960s. Rosa was honored for her dedication and service to the Lutheran Church of Missouri Synod. They gave her an honorary doctorate degree from the Concordia Theological Seminary in 1961. Sadly, Rosa passed a decade later, June the 30th, 1971, at the age of 81. She requested to be buried at the Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church and School, a place that she also helped build way back in 1916. The Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church only holds a service one day in September to remember Rosa. I'm not sure when the church itself disbanded. Information on Rosebud itself is also limited. It seems that the community never really recovered after the boll weevil tore up the cotton in Wilcox County. Folks, I want to thank you for sitting and listening to the history and tale of Rosebud, Alabama, and Rosa Young, founder of the Black Lutheranism in Alabama. I appreciate you listening. I love yous to pieces, and I'll see you next time.